House of a Thousand Corpses was written and directed by Rob Zombie, and it stars Bill Moseley, Sherry Moon Zombie, and the late great Sid Haig. So this movie is about four people going cross country, and they're going through the country part of Texas where they run into this crazy serial killer family. So that might sound like I'm describing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Well, this movie is a lot like that film. You have a group of teens traveling the back roads of Texas. They even pick up a hitchhiker. They meet the crazy family, and there's a character named Tiny, which is a lot like Leatherface. And you even have a character named Otis wearing somebody's face. So if you ever wanted to see Rob Zombie make the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just watch House of a Thousand Corpses and that'll scratch your itch. So the young adult characters we follow in the movie, they're typical horror movie characters. They're just there to get killed by the villains. So my two favorite characters would be Otis and Captain Spaulding. Captain Spaulding is very funny in this movie, but he's also scary as hell. And Otis, he's fucking disturbing. And you wouldn't want to cross any one of them in your everyday life. Baby, on the other hand, played by Rob Zombie's wife, Sherry Moon Zombie, she can't act to save her life. She's probably the worst part of the movie. Her character is just really over the top and brings me out of the movie. And when you get to some of the disturbing stuff in the movie, and then you get to her character, and her character is really over the top, yeah, it's just a weird mesh. But as you probably know by now, these horror movies are the type of movies that disturb me because they feel so real and you feel like they can actually happen to you. That's why I don't watch movies like this very often. The last time I watched this movie was probably 6 or 7 years ago. So that should tell you something. So if you like horror movies that are really over the top and weird as hell and a little disturbing, you might like this movie. But for me, I don't really like it that much. I like the sequel more, which is The Devil's Rejects, and I'll be reviewing that tomorrow, so look out for that. I think this movie pulls too much from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it doesn't feel like its own movie. Well, the weird shit in this movie does feel unique. It does feel like it could be its own movie, but I'm constantly being reminded of movies that are better than this one, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's even a scene where it feels like you're watching Halloween for a little bit. There's even a scene that pays homage to The Evil Dead. But yeah, I'm constantly being reminded of better films, and it just takes me out of this movie. So I'm going to give House of a Thousand Corpses a C. It's not a great movie, but it is worth seeing just for Bill Moseley and Sid Haig. So remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow with my review of The Devil's Rejects.